Hello, BookTube. This is Alan. I'm here with a tag. I haven't done a tag in a long time, and this is the favorite author tag. I saw this on Bill Ruttenberg's channel, and the original was by, let's see, Nicole Rojas. So this is the favorite author tag. So we'll start with question number one. Who's your favorite author? Well, besides Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and the Apostle Paul, I'm going to have to go with an author that most books I've ever read, and that would be Bernard Cornwell. And yeah, that's excellent. And question number two. I actually wrote over. How did you discover this author? Well, I was walking half price bookstore and just browsing around. And usually, when you're looking, it's better to not go into a bookstore with a plan, or sometimes you do. And the thing is, you go in there and you don't know if you're going to find a book unless you see it. And they had a display, half price bookstore, this one, The Last Kingdom by Bernard Cornwell. And here's the author on the back, on the back side. And they had this display up, several books. So I said, okay, I looked at it and read the end paper, the flyleaf. And it sounded interesting, took it home. And I read this, and this is excellent. Okay, and question number three. Why do you love, or did it take you time for you to fall in love with this author? No, it didn't take me long at all, because Bernard Cornwell writes historical fiction, and these are excellent. And the way he sets up the scene, the way he sets up the dialogue, the way sometimes where the main character she is joking with the priest, and it's hilarious. And then the battle scenes and words are excellent, and yeah, it's good. Okay, what is your which book is your favorite from this author? Well, they're all good. All of them are good. I probably answered this later on, and I don't have a least favorite book either. That was another question. How many books have you read from this author? Well, okay, this is the this one is called the Saxon series. Bernard Cornwell started out to tell of how England got started, and you have a character named Uhtred, and this is actually a Netflix series. Uhtred, and then you have Alfred the Great, which is the only king in history, not only king in king or queen in history of England to be called the Great. And he uses different place names, and it's basically a memoir that Uhtred is writing. I'll read you the first part here. My name is Uhtred. I am the son of Uhtred. He was the son of Uhtred, and his father was also called Uhtred. My father's clerk, a priest called Dioka, spelled it Uhtred. I don't know what this would sound. My father would have written it, for he couldn't neither read nor write, but I can do both, and sometimes I take the old parchments from the wooden chest and I see the name spelled Uhtred or Uhtred or Uhtred or Uhtred. And so he just goes on with that. His story begins long before I met Alfred, and that's Alfred the Great. So, and this one is a set called the Saxon series. There are 13 books in the Saxon series, and I've read 7 of them. And Bernard Cornwell has said that this year, the last book in this series will be the last one that he's going to write about Utrecht. The next one is called the Rail Quest series, and this stars Thomas Hookton, or Thomas of Hookton. He's an archer. And this is one of the books called 1356. And on the bottom there it says, "Go with God, fight like the devil." And read you the end paper here. It said, "The 100 Years' War rages on. The bloodiest battles are yet to be fought. Across France's towns are closing the gates. The crops are burning. Country stands alert to danger. The English army, victorious at the Battle of Cercy and led by the Black Prince, is invading again. The French are hunting them down. Thomas of Hookton, an English archer known as Le Bâtard, is under orders to seek out the lost sword of St. Peter, a weapon said to grant certain victory to whomever possesses her. The outnumbered English archer becomes trapped near the town of Portars. Thomas's archers and sport enemy meet in a friendly confrontation that night's one of the greatest battles of all time. And this is the battle that came before the battle of Agincourt. And there's a little map inside, and these are very good, and the way is very intense and also humorous. So it's very good. And it has a little historical notes. And I gotta go back to this one, the Saxon series, because it uses the old language. What is that? The place names, different place names, because it's spelled differently. As he says that, here's a for instance, Barstable, Devon, was actually pronounced Beardistopol. And so there you have it. In London, it was actually spelled Lundene. So he has a place name. So has to go back to the original wording of the stories. The next one in the series is the Sharp series. And there are 20 books in the Sharp series. And this is featuring Richard Sharp. And this is one of them. This is called Sharp's Sword. This is very rare. This is the rare book to find. And Sharp's Sword. And he has a 20, like I said, he has 20 books, and I've read 4 of them in this series. And I actually found this one that was at Half Price Bookstore. And the Half Price Bookstore used to have a lot of the Bernard Cornwell series. Now they just have a scattered few. I guess it's caught on. But this is the Sharp series Christmas Tale, and it is autographed by Bernard Cornwell. And I read that one. And so that's actually 5 because I didn't include that one. This one is his nonfiction work. This is Waterloo by Bernard Cornwell. This is a nonfiction, and he wrote this on the 200th anniversary of Napoleon's Last Stand, and it's covered with photographs and maps and pictures. See this. So the Subtitles: The History of 4 Days, Three Armies, and Three Battles by Bernard Cornwell. Heavy book. Uh, what best describes this author? Well, I've already stated that. Dialogue, scenes. He knows how to create tension. He knows how to create characters. And where you actually like the character or you don't like the character. He knows how to do that. He knows how to add a comic relief into the stories. Let me see, what genre does this author write? Historical fiction. And why do you love this author? Well, I don't send him flowers. But yeah, because he has sparked my interest in historical fiction, which is one of the genres that I read is historical fiction. And who do you tag? Well, I've seen a lot of people do this tag already. I saw Brian Bookus do it. I don't know if Steve Donahue's done this or not. I'm sure he has. And so if anybody wants to do this tag, feel free. And thank you very much, Book 2. Take care.